you've done this for decades, like putting smiles on a million children's faces through your partnership with Build-A-Bear, which is one of your biggest clients. And there you put like these little voice devices inside of a teddy bear. Now we want to know the story behind how it all begins and how it works. So share with us the power of voice in personalized gifts through the lens of few customer stories through the years. And please show us a bear.
So I'd like to just refresh the question a little bit, because I think it's broader than that. For your community that is so interested in voice, ambient sound, and all that, it's really the story of, in this case, Maxine Clark, the woman who started Build-A-Bear, and collaboration with me, understanding how voice has the ability to drive a transaction. Because at the end of the day, she was creating a workshop, an immersive retailing and entertaining experience. So I think she was one of the early ones, besides Disney, who understood the power of imagination and entertainment in retail. So I had come up with this voice chip, and I was looking for use cases. And I said, okay, wouldn't it be cool? Because I love using all your senses, and I love using tactile. I guess when I'm speaking, I should be holding the teddy bear right now. But in any case, the idea was, okay, let me take my little voice box and put it inside of a plush toy. And then I said, it would be cool if we could have a t-shirt that could have the image on it, so that you would have the visual, you'd have the sense of touch, and you'd have voice. And it was very difficult to find a t-shirt manufacturer for little guys like this. So I found a company in St. Louis, and they said, can we show this voice box to another customer? And that customer was Maxine, and that was the beginning of a wonderful ride that continues to today. And she said to me with trepidation, can I just buy the voice box? Do I have to buy the teddy bear from you as well? And I said, if I never see another teddy bear, I'll be a happy guy. So we knew our place. And what's fascinating to me, getting back to this sense of voice being able to drive a transaction, as if you've ever been to a Build-A-Bear store, it's really like a Dell computer for kids. You build your toy. So the first thing is you pick the skin, and that will decide whether you're getting a bear, a dog, or some action figure. And that's the choose me station. And the next station is the hear me station. So, and it probably was driven by practicality, because you have to take this little device and stick it inside of the bear before you go to the stuff me station. But what it did in real terms is it put the voice early. It animated the product so that very early in the transaction, the second you put that voice inside, whether it's your own recorded voice, whether it's licensed music that you've curated that you love, it becomes yours. And so this ability to, we understand the idea of naming something. Well, you also have the ability to give something a voice. And we all know that voice has always been used as a metaphor for something bigger than just sound. It's the voice of a writer, of a playwright. So that is my story with Build-A-Bear, but it's the kernel of that idea that drives me in many ways.
Yeah, and what about stories?
Oh, and I forgot the bear.
Happy Mother's Day, honey. I hope you have a great day today. You're the best, and I love you.
So the idea here is, again, a lot of the things that we do are not novel. In fact, they're almost nostalgic. This idea of being able to dedicate a song, to do a shout out, is as old as it gets. And many people don't know what to say, but if you give them a context, such as creating a plush, many people will put a voice inside of the plush and try to talk like a donkey or a bear. And many people will use the context of music, the music that's the soundtrack of their lives, as Sony would say when it had the Walkman, and then add themselves to it.
Do you have any concrete customer examples through the years?
Early on, they designed the product so you really couldn't easily change the batteries because it was sewn into the plush. But I would get the cases where the message was just too valuable, and if the batteries died, you had to replace them. So those are my anecdotal stories, where you would hear a wedding proposal, where you'd hear the message from a dad who's in the army and stationed abroad. So you really get a sense of how powerful this little capsule can be, that can freeze for at the end of time a voice of someone who's far away or no longer with us.
With Record Your Voice at Build-A-Bear, you can record a special message in your own words and add a personalized sound chip to your furry friend.
I'm so proud of you, honey.
We knew you could do it.
Hey, Grandma. I love you so much. You're the best grandma ever.
It's the boy. Will you go to prom with me?
Happy birthday!
Hey, honey. I love you so much. I wish I could give you a big hug right now, but I miss you, and I'll be home soon.
Wow, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps while you're talking.